Today, we have a Republican extremist president out for himself who is appointing so-called pro-life judges, and that's why so many of these evangelicals support him. What a rude awakening to find out that he's preparing to sacrifice old people, the aged, to put the economy back in order by getting everything, quote, back to normal on COVID-19, far before it's advisable to do so, either by science or medical researchers or epidemiologists or all the rest of it. Think about that for a moment. You know, in Nazi Germany, the first people sacrificed were not Jews. They were the elderly, the infirm, even war veterans that were expensive for the state to maintain, mental patients and others. This president is getting ready to sacrifice the elderly of America. This is a sacrifice that typical fascist behavior endorses. They made this sacrifice in Germany of war veterans who were injured in World War I. They made this sacrifice in Germany of their Jewish population, scapegoated as standing in the way of progress. And now, mark my words, it is going to be the American elderly. Why not just issue us all a yellow star right now and get it over with? You know, last time I checked, there are plenty of crematoriums in America, open and ready for business, to burn bodies. Not so many ventilators or masks or hospital beds. We are coming to a point of no return where our fascist president, who stops at nothing when it comes to his ideology, again I say, a man willing to rip children from their mother's arms and lock them in cages, is now fixing to sacrifice the elderly American population to his re-election bid. The very people who conservatives look to vote for them, the very people that Republicans have looked at as a blight for a long time now on the economy, retired people, quote, doing nothing for us. We are coming to a moment that is going to be in the footsteps of the eugenic trends of the 1920s and 30s, and mark my words, at the end of it, there are going to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, 65 older, as well as many younger people, because they're not counting on this, but a lot of other folks are vulnerable, who are going to be sacrificed to Trump's ego, his desire to be reelected. America has a choice. A blue wave in 2020 to rebuild in 2021 with President Joe Biden and a Democratic majority in Congress, and a Democratic majority in the Senate, or we are going to be going into a time when we see the sacrifice of an elderly population to Trump's ambition. Unfortunately, right now, with the Republicans in charge of the Senate, we see the pattern. Investment in Wall Street. Give the airlines money so they can buy back more stock options for their shareholders. Why not just get it over with, Donald Trump, and issue anybody over 65 with a yellow star, maybe with a target painted on it, and send them the money for a cremation? Because the games you're playing with our lives, you goddamn son of a bitch, have a precedent in history. The mental patients and the elderly and the infirm and the war injured from World War I that Nazi Germans focused on first before they launched their Holocaust. Don't put it past this bastard, this sociopath, this liar, to kill you and or your parents and grandparents to forward his re-election bid. Thank you.